Hello and welcome back to the Satoshi Society YouTube channel. My name is AJ, one of the co-hosts here, and today we are going to be taking a look at a trade that I did enter, as you can probably tell by the title. And yeah, we're going to be taking a look at the charts, and we're going to have a little look at Ethereum as well, because sort of the same trading setup is happening on Ethereum right now. So yeah, before we get into this video, please make sure you smash a like on this video. It does really help the channel out, really helps me out, and I would really appreciate it. So please smash a like, and then we will jump straight into the video. So as we can see here, looking at the Bitcoin 8-hour chart, before we get into this, I will just show you quickly that I have literally just entered into a short position right now. I have some limit orders set up here as well. So I've got another limit order at 17,610, 18,100 as well. And we entered at around, yeah, $17,252. That was the entry point. Yeah, as you can see down here, that was the entry point right here. I am going to put another limit order in at around 850. I did try and put that in, but for some reason it's not there, but I will add that as well. But yeah, we've got these limit orders in right now, and I'm going to talk about why I've put these limit orders in, why I've started shorting now, and I'm going to be laddering into a short position. And the reason being is because of this chart here, the Bitcoin 8-hour chart. Now, we are just coming into that shorting area that I have been talking about for a while. Okay, we did have this smaller range down here on the 4-hour. However, I was telling you, I was looking to trade this bigger range here. I want to trade this bigger range. I was waiting for either the range high to be hit or the range low. Now, we have seen the price push towards the upside. However, I am still bearish. Okay, I still think that the price is going to pull back because there is a lot of confluence coming in, telling me that there's a lot of resistance right above us. Okay, and the first bit of resistance that we are coming into is, of course, that value area high right here. Okay, so above value area high, that's where we want to be looking for those short positions, and that's why I've started entering at value area high. Another reason why I've started shorting now is because if we take a look at the RSI, we are forming a bearish divergence. So we have price action towards the downside on the price action chart, okay? And then we have on the RSI, we have a higher high. A higher high has literally just been made this morning. So as we can see, we are forming higher highs on that RSI. Another bit of confluence as well is that the RSI is very overextended. Okay, last time we saw this was right here. What happened? Okay, we saw a major pullback within Bitcoin. That's another bit of confluence. We can also look back here as well. When we've been very overextended on the RSI, we've seen a pullback. Okay, again here we've seen an even bigger pullback, and yeah, the last time we actually traded this one here and made a massive trade. So I'm looking to do the same thing by trading this. There's more confluence coming in as well. Okay, so what we can actually see here is from range high to the previous swing low, so pivot high to pivot low, we can see that we do have a golden pocket coming in right here as well at around $17,600 approximately. So that's why I've got a limit order there as well. And then we actually have sort of the high of the range coming in at $18,125. The actual range high is all the way up here at 18,377. But this was the start of the range high, the start of the range here, and we actually came and tested this here. So that's why I've got this as a resistance level. That's another bit of confluence coming in. That is why I've got a limit order set there as well. And then what we could be looking for, okay, if the price does come all the way up to, 18,130, say the price did come up to there, okay, we have this wick here, okay, and what we could see is actually a swing failure pattern if the price does come this high. And, for me, it would be, I don't actually see the price coming up this high, and forming that swing failure pattern. Obviously, it is a possibility. However, I don't see the price coming that high because of the RSI is very overextended as of right now. It is very overextended. And we do have a lot of resistance still above us. So, I think we could get rejected from there, rather than coming up, forming some sort of swing failure pattern, and then seeing a pullback. I do think that we are going to see a pullback before we even get to 18,000. 18,125. However, there is a possibility, and that's why I've still got a limit order set up there, okay, to ladder in to this short position. But if we're coming to the 12-hour, the likes of the 12-hour as well, okay, we're forming lower lows on the price action chart, but we're also just about to form a higher high on the RSI. As we can see here, we have half an hour left until this 12-hour candle closes, and we're actually about to form a higher high there as well. So this is another reason. If we come to the daily as well, we can just see bearish divergence forming all over the place. Okay, we have lower lows here on the daily. We're about to form a higher high as well today. So for me, it's looking quite good for a potential short position here. And that's why, as I said, I've entered into this short position as of right now, just sat at break even. I've got these limit orders set higher. So, I am expecting the price to push up a little bit more. Potentially come up to $17,600, which we do have a major resistance coming in with this golden pocket here from previous swing high to swing low. For me, there is a lot of confluence telling me that the price is going to retrace, not necessarily from a certain price, but from this, this area right here. So that's why I'm laddering into a short position within this area. There is a lot of resistance coming in. Okay, and for me, the higher probability, scenario that will play out is that the price potentially comes up to this golden pocket here, okay, and then we see a rejection from there. That's what I'm potentially looking for. We could also see the price push up, have a pullback, find support, a value area high, maybe form some sort of smaller bearish divergence, and then we see the price come down. But initially, I'm still looking at the price coming a little bit higher and then seeing a pullback. That is why I'm laddering into this short position, as you can see right here. Now, of course, I'm going to have that stop loss in play as well. 10% stop loss. So, just in case the trade doesn't go as expected, then we've got that stop loss in play. But right now it's looking, I'm quite confident on this trade. Obviously, things can change quite quickly within trading. So, of course, I will keep you updated if anything does change. And if the trade starts to turn into a winning trade as well, of course, I'll come live and update you with the price targets. But, the first price target I would have is the POC. So wherever the POC is, when the price does come close to it, will be that price target. Okay, that's currently sat at $16,560. Then the next level, take profit point would be at $16,394, which is the value area low. And then I'll probably leave a little bit left in the trade just to see if the price is going to go lower or not. Test these previous lows here at 16,000 right here, or $15,500 all the way down here. So we'll have to see. Crippy, let's see what you said on the daily. Take fib from the 6th of November to the low. And the 618 around 19,175. So maybe we might see a push up there. I'll have a look at that in a sec. 382 is around 17,735, which I feel is more likely target. It lines up with the 999 smooth moving average. Either way, I'm also laddering into a short from current levels. For me, there's a lot of resistance above us. This is why I'm entering into a short position. So 6th of November, you said, let's have a look. So that's the high here. To be honest with you, I would take it from the 5th of November. I don't know if you're looking at the same chart, but I'll take it from the high of the 5th of November, because you always take it from pivot high to pivot low. So let's do that. But yeah, that's a viable resistance level as well if we see the price come that high. For me on the daily as well, if this trade does fail, okay, what I'm actually going to be looking at, and this could actually line up with this fib level as well, is actually another potential bearish divergence, not a bearish divergence, sorry, a bear flag forming. So if we're having a look here, we can see we've got this parallel channel, this rising parallel channel, ascending parallel channel. We tested the resistance twice here, and we've tested the support to the dollar right there as well, and we are seeing a slight bounce towards the upside. So yeah, if this trade were to fail, then the next thing I would actually be looking at is the price coming all the way up here. Okay, so it'll be coming up to this major resistance here. Okay, obviously we've got this fib level as well, and then we do also have the resistance at the top of this potential bear flag as well, coming in, around 19,300. Well, between 19,179 and 19,446. So yes, I would be looking for a short position up here as well if this short position were to fail. But right now, I'm just seeing a lot of signs that the price in the shorter term is going to pull back, potentially down to that value area low. Okay, we've got that bearish divergence. Let's bring the RSI up. We've got this bearish divergence forming. Okay, we also have RSI very overextended. We've got resistance above us. There's a lot of things telling me that the price is going to pull back from here. We're above value area high as well, and we're still within this range. Okay, so that's another thing. If we go into the 12-hour and the daily, we can also see these bearish divergences forming as well. So for me right now, it's looking more bearish than bullish. And yeah, I'm just waiting to see whether this trade will play out or not. If the price does actually come up and test this fib level here, if we see a rejection, I'll come live. If we break above it, I'll come live and I'll update you with whatever I'm doing within the trade. Okay, if I'm considering potentially actually trying to exit that trade potentially in a slight profit, I will talk about that, but I would only do that if I started to see more bullish signs rather than bearish signs. But right now I'm seeing more bearish than bullish signs. But yeah, if the price does come up here, I'll come live and I'll update you with what I'm doing. If I'm staying within the short, then of course, I am going to tell you that and show you that as well. I'm showing you right here. I've entered this trade. It's currently sat at break even, but I've entered the trade. Okay, I put it's in $7,375. We also have a limit order at 17,610 at and that's got 9,000 in, and we also have one at 18,100. That's got almost 13,500 in as well. I am going to put another one in at 17,840 as well. I did try and put one in, but for some reason it hasn't added. So I'll go in after that live stream and put one around there. But yeah, for me, it's looking more bearish than bullish right now. Obviously, I'm going to have that stop loss in as well. Hi, AJ. What is your stop loss if it hits the other limit buys? Okay, well, my stop loss is always going to be 10%. So, I'm going to be laddering into the short position, and then, trying to. What I'm going to be doing is actually shorting all the way up to 18,378. Okay, I'll be laddering into a short, bringing that entry price up and up and up, and then I will always have that 10% stop loss. I won't let it hit that 10% stop loss until unless the price breaks above $18,373. Okay, I will be laddering into that short position all the way up to 18,378. Once it breaks above that level, if it did break above that level, which I don't expect it to actually reach that level, but if it did, I would have that 10% stop loss in, but I would still be expecting the price to pull back from there, because we could see some sort of swing failure pattern from there and then see a rejection. But that's where I would be having that stop loss in, that final stop loss, as I should say, at 10% from 18,000, 18,118 dollars. But right now, I am just going to be laddering into that short position all the way up to that target there. And then, oh, sorry, not 18,100. Where is it? Yeah, 18,378. I'll be laddering into a short all the way up to that price. Then, I've got that 10% stop loss above there, but I would be expecting a swing failure pattern from there. But to be perfectly honest with you, I don't expect the price to actually come up to 18,373 and form any sort of swing failure pattern. Looking at the RSI, okay, we're forming that bearish divergence. RSI is very overextended. We have resistance above us with this golden pocket here. For me, it's more likely that we're going to see the price actually reject from this area here rather than the higher area up here. So this is what I'm currently doing, and this is what I'm expecting because, as I said, RSI is very, very overextended. When we see this, we do tend to see a pullback like the last time here, and adding a bearish divergence onto that as well just sort of solidifies my thesis as well. So we'll have to see what happens. But yeah, to be honest with you, if anything changes, I will come live to you and I will let you know. I'll be 100% transparent with you with what I'm doing within this trade. Crippy, volume is still really low too. Yeah. Looking at the volume, if we take a little dive into that volume, actually, let's get rid of that RSI for a second. Yeah, so we can see the price is actually pushing towards the upside, as you can see right here. But we're seeing that bullish volume actually decrease. As you can see right there, that bullish volume is decreasing, and the price is actually pushing towards the upside. This is also a bearish sign as well. A pump cannot be sustainable if the volume is decreasing. What needs to happen is needs to happen is that the volume is increasing, or we see a big spike in volume. So we'll have to see, and I will monitor that as well, of course. But right now, I'm shorting from this area. And yeah, if anything changes, you will be the first people to know about it. Right now, it's just currently sat in break even. So we'll have to see what happens here. Moving on to Ethereum quickly. Ethereum, exactly the same story. Okay, I'm going to be entering into a short position on my personal account as well. I'm not going to show that on here, but this is the account that I show you live on stream to you. But on my personal account, I'm going to be entering into a short position on Ethereum as well. What am I looking for with Ethereum? Well, I've actually already started shorting within Ethereum, and I started shorting from actually 1,276. The reason why I started shorting from there was because I was seeing the exact same signs. Okay, I was seeing value area high being hit. That's sort of the first sign that I was looking for. Okay, the second sign that I was looking for was actually a bearish divergence. Okay, what we're seeing RSI is forming higher highs, and then we're seeing the price action chart form lower lows. So for me, it's a textbook bearish divergence right there. Okay, and the RSI is now very overextended. Okay, we were getting into that overextended region when I started shorting, but we're now in that very, very overextended area on the RSI. So for me, a pullback is pretty likely for Ethereum coming to the 12-hour as well. We're seeing the exact same thing. Okay, we are getting close to that. On the 12-hour, we're getting close to a potential invalidation of a bearish divergence, but it could change into an exaggerated bearish divergence where we see a double top on the price action chart, and then we see we see the price action on the RSI. Sorry, not price action. We see momentum towards the upside on the RSI. But still, again, RSI very overextended, still forming that bearish divergence on the 12-hour. And if we come to the daily, exactly the same story as well. So that's another reason why I'm entering into a short position on my personal account for Ethereum. And then that final reason is we have the range high, which has been tested twice to the dollar. Okay, so the first time here, okay, when we entered this range, and then a second time right here, when we tested this previous high here. So we could be looking at the price actually testing this and then getting a rejection. So with Ethereum, okay, I put limit orders in. So my entry price was 1,277. I then had a limit order at around $1,300. Then I had another one which may have just been might not have been hit as of yet, but around $1,330, I think that entry price was, and then that final entry price is 13,500. Sorry, 1,352. Sorry, 1,352 is that final limit order that I have. Okay, and then above that, I've got that 10% stop loss, of course. But initially, um, what I would be expecting if the price does come up to here would actually be a swing failure pattern to occur there. So that's what I'm looking for. However, we could actually see the price retrace actually before getting to this resistance, but that is a major resistance level up here. So Ethereum, exactly the same story. I'm trading this on my personal account. As I said, I'm not going to show it live on stream to you. I'm going to show this smaller account that that I'm happy to show you on here. But I'm trading Bitcoin on here for you on my personal account. I'm trading Ethereum, and I will show you if it turns into a winning trade. I will show you that return as well. I'll show you the profit and loss percentage, of course. But yeah, this is what I'm doing. I'm looking for those shorts. I'm entering into those shorts right now. I've been planning this for a while now, ever since sort of when was it? Sort of December, late on in December. I've had these levels drawn out. I've been waiting for these levels to be hit, and now these levels are finally sorting. These levels are finally getting hit, and I'm acting on it. Okay, I'm entering into these short positions, and as you can see, I'm being 100% transparent with you. I'm showing you here that I've actually entered into a trade, and of course, I'll prove to you that I've entered into that Ethereum trade as well. I'll get the percentage risk to reward ratio up for you and post that next time. But yeah, that's all I've got for you today. Entering into those shorts, and of course, I'm going to be 100% transparent with you. As I said, I'm going to be coming live if anything changes, or if the trade starts to really win, and we start seeing a lot of profit. I'm going to come live as well for you. But yeah, right now, just sitting on these shorts and waiting to see whether they are going to be winning shorts or not. But yeah, as I said, that's everything I've got for you. Please make sure you smash a like on this video. I do really appreciate it. It does really help the channel out, really helps me out, and I can continue to bring the trades I bring you and the technical analysis I bring you as well. As I said, if anything changes, you will be the first people to know about it. But right now, I am just looking at entering into these short positions. Bitcoin, I've only just started shorting, but Ethereum, I was shorting actually sort of late last night as well. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, smash a like, and I will see you potentially today if anything changes. If not, if nothing changes, then I will see you tomorrow for the normal live stream. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next live stream.